All right. Hey, folks. I'm going to go ahead and do a little test here and see if this works. So let's go ahead and see how this little new intro here that we have is going to work. Let's go ahead and take a look. See if this gets your wet your whistles here a little bit. Let's see here.
Расцветали яблони и груши, поплыли туманы над рекой. Выходила на берег Катюша, на высокий берег, на крутой. Выходила на берег Катюша, на высокий берег, на крутой.
All right. Okay. I was being a little bit self-indulgent, like I say. I'm going to see if I can do the second part too. Like I say, I got to be careful because sometimes you're just like, oh, bruh, what are you doing? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's put up something new that I haven't put up in a while. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. I put up this one. Been a while since I used this one. So I guess we'll speak on the whole Ruth Bader Ginsburg stuff. Well, I'm glad, Will DeMarco. What I will say is that the whole business with Ruth Bader Ginsburg is ridiculous. Yeah. The one lady in that pick be zooming. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense to me. The ridiculousness of it all, where it's like with Ruth Bader Ginsburg would be considered a liberal. This type of thing. The thing is, you're not supposed to like liberals. That's the whole idea. It doesn't matter if you're a left winger or a right winger. Wow, she said some minorly good things because she was, because she helped women out and whatnot. Allowed abortions. It's like, I don't get that. I really don't. I'm not some huge scholar, but it's like, it's so obvious that it was AstroTurf. Absolutely AstroTurf is like, oh my gosh, she went through such a, she goes through such a tough regimen and everything else. Let's call her RBG and make it about, let's do a thing like Notorious B.I.G., but we made it Notorious RBG. Oh my gosh, we're so clever. Number one, don't insult Notorious. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, number one, don't insult Notorious B.I.G. like that. Don't do that. Don't insult my man like that, That's just foul. I'll tell you right now. That is foul to talk about my man like that. Number one. Number two. This is somebody who was 87 years old, and it's been mentioned on Twitter a little bit here and there, but it's like they were working her until the day she died. She was officiating a wedding. The day before she died. They were squeezing this poor woman. And it's like, you motherfuckers are so concerned because it's like, oh my gosh, we're going to go back to the dark ages because they're going to overturn Roe v. Wade. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And I'll tell you why it's bullshit. Because what has Kavanaugh done? What has he done? What has Gorsuch done? Well, Gorsuch, in actuality, helped to vote for a potential and definitely opening things up for basically indigenous tribes. I'm trying to use the more appropriate terms to retake their land from the United States. And of course, people are going to say, oh, no, that's not going to happen. This and that. It's a step. It's a step. People, once again, just like lefties will say, the Holocaust, it didn't just happen where they threw people into camps. Well, it's like, well, yeah, the idea that indigenous tribes are just, they just magically retook their land through some war. No, they're doing this slowly but surely, piecemeal by piecemeal. And the thing is, that case of a gentleman who raped raped a family member, 4-year-old daughter, like niece or something like that. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we may get Ted Cruz in the Supreme Court. I certainly don't support him fully, but I want to believe he'll get some things done on the social front. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Like I say, I've heard more that they're talking about this woman. I can't think of her name offhand, but the Catholic woman who has, a gentleman. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. It makes no sense to me that all this sort of hoopla, I don't get how lefties can defend a liberal. It's like, once again, I thought it was all, scratch a liberal, find a fascist. I thought that was always the term, right? Isn't that the phrase? Scratch a liberal, find a fascist. It just doesn't make any sense to me, really. It really doesn't. I mean, all this hate, and it's like, we're gonna burn stuff down. To me, that's somewhat hollow. Because to me, a lot of the energy is already gone. We're going on day 100 and what is it? What is it? Woke. Yeah. Woke.net. Here we go. Woke.net. What day are we on anyway? Hold on. Let me see here. Woke.net. What day of protests are we on now? Sorry. I'll mute it here in a moment. Day 114. You're on 114 days of protesting. 114. That's going to tire people out. Once again, they've gotten tired of being in, just, shitting on, the target or whatever. Yeah, it's like the target wasn't easy, was literally a target. But it's like now they've attacked places that have al fresco dining, and they're just shitting on those types of folks. So it's like, what are you even talking about? You see what I'm saying? You don't even, it's like, people have been waiting for her to die. Okay. And I'm not saying that to be mean or nasty, but they have been. People have been waiting. They've made the memes, and they had the crab memes ready. They had all that ish ready for years. And it's like, now suddenly you're just, oh, now she passed away. So you're just like, oh, And of course, I mean, one of the bigger ones that people are talking about, of course, is that they're saying Ruth Conda. This woman said that there was Ruth Conda, that her 10-year-old daughter said Ruth Conda. I was like, no, you did not. That was crazy. Yeah, had been going on that long. Dang, exactly. I mean, that's the whole joke that I made up. It's like, these protests are going to go on longer than the siege of Leningrad. The siege of Leningrad was 900 days. It seems like these protests are going to last that fucking long. It's ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. But yeah, I what else can you say about it? What else can you say? Who cares at this point? I don't even know everything about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but I do believe to a point, yeah, it's like she was not a force of good. I'm just going to say it right now. She was not a force of good in any way, shape, or form. I don't really get this whole idea. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find it. I mean, it's just utterly ridiculous. Yeah. I don't get it. Yeah. I do say, though, keep grilling. I mean, in all honesty, just keep grilling. I mean, who cares at this point? Go ahead. It's utterly ridiculous, man. I really don't get it, where people are so worried about Supreme Court. It's like, at this point, just let it destroy itself. I don't know what we're all waiting for. We see the writing on the wall. It's just like, okay, what group am I going to join? I mean, I've repeated this over and over, but it's like, ultimately, the only question you have to ask is, who am I going to work with? Period. That's all that fucking matters. It's like, if you live in, Washington State or something like that, man, you're going to have to really dig deep. It doesn't make any sense to me, though. It really doesn't. All this feijoa that's been going on, At this point, it's just like, all right, let's let it happen then, If it's gonna break apart, let it. But you and I both know is it? It's not going to happen. Not anytime soon, anyway, you know? I mean, that's my take anyway. I just don't feel like it's going to happen anytime soon. But I think it will be coming up in the next amount of time. I think, you know, everyone's just so weary and everything else, and they just think, oh, yeah, oh, it's coming tomorrow. Yeah, the end is near. Oh, you know. But I don't fully believe that. I think it will happen. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime yet. You know, I'll put it that way. But that's just me. I don't know. I think people are getting kind of bored with me, and that's okay. That is all right. But yeah, I think I'll end it there, gentlemen, because I know that there are no women listening. It'd be nice, but you know, I know that you're not watching. It's okay. It is quite all right. Oh my goodness. Oh, I do have some serious work to do tomorrow, so I guess I'll let y'all chew on that a bit more. And my friend Uncle Thomas 2 has a video where he put up about Voss saying that we're entering the Nazgul vortex and we're fucked. Oh, he didn't say that. Yeah, there wasn't that much to miss, Captain Radio. Basically, his Ruth Bader Ginsburg is dead. And basically, I don't understand why lefties are defending a liberal. That's all. That's pretty much all of it. The rest has just been blah, 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 blah. That's pretty much it. But it's like, who cares? You know, it's just like, I don't get all this sort of thing. It's like, if you're a committed leftist, it's like, once again, I mean, even people like Voss have said this, where it's like the liberals, you know, it doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Oh my goodness. You know, but like I say, I mean, it's the same type of thing where it's like people are so worried about the you know, they're so worried about the next conservative judge. Well, if that's it, then yeah, God bless. Yep. Have a good night. I'll just finish up my diatribe, and then we'll continue on, and then I will finish it up. But basically, is people are, you know, they're throwing up their arms, just like, oh my gosh, you know, the conservative judges are going to ruin the country. They're going to reverse Roe v. Wade. No, they won't. They will not. I mean, the thing is, I mean, people said the same thing about, you know, Kavanaugh. What's happened? What has Kavanaugh done? Not a whole hell of a lot. Same thing with Gorsuch. Neil Gorsuch, as a matter of fact, supported the, you know, the idea that basically, you know, that indigenous tribes, you know, if they are on tribal land, they can do whatever the hell they want to. So they have pretty much set the stage, in my view, for eventual indigenous ethno-states. And I know, oh, I hate that word ethno-state, but it's like, that's where it stands, at least in my view. It's like, you just stand on the whole idea of, oh, you know, but maybe that's what we're headed to. You know, it's the same thing with folks buying land in Georgia. And of course, I mean, it's way out there. I mean, you have to get water set up. You have to get everything else set up. It's a whole other thing. But hey, it's a start. And I think that a lot of the lefties are going to have to be reading the Green Book. And I will read the Green Book. I don't know. I'll see when I'm available next. But anyway, I've said my piece anyway. So y'all have a good night. And I'm going to go ahead and play out the outro, which is just the roughly the other half of Katyusha. Unfortunately, it's not the complete, because I can only limit it to about a minute, I think. So anyway, let's go ahead and play the outro. Y'all have a good night and goodbye.
Пусть он вспомнит девушку простую, пусть услышит, как она поет, пусть он землю бережет родную, а любовь Катюша сбережет.